Friends, hello. I hope you are well. Let's cut right to the chase and get into Mullen Automotive, what is going on here. So I'm going to be very blunt and very just to the point of what we're seeing right now with Mullen, and I have been talking about Mullen for over a year now, and we've just been seeing the same bad news with Mullen. And there's been a lot going on here with Mullen. I don't want to cover all the bases because I don't want to talk over myself, but I think if you've been here with Mullen, there's just been a lot of bad situations with PR, with people, with leadership, and it's stuff that has really just hurt Mullen to where, this is like I think a lot of people have learned a lesson here with Mullen. Watching a company that handles bad news without talking about the bad news, with people that they're involved with deals not going through, and watching a stock have to go back to back with a reverse split, and now we're living off an extension because Mullen had until August here to get their stock above $1 for 10 consecutive days, or they were going to have to take another reverse split, which they did that one back a month before that in July. But now they're living off the 180-day extension to get their stock above $1 for 10 consecutive trading days. If not, more than likely, Mullen is going to be forced to be delisted here. So here is where I say what I'm going to say. I personally, I like Mullen, friends. I like Mullen. I like what they're doing, what they are as a company in the general sense of the automotive industry and what they're trying to present to customers. The problem is just that the interminglings of the company and where they're headed, we're just not seeing a lot happen. Mullen has lost a lot of trust with investors. It's lost a lot of trust, and I think if you've been here, you've seen that. And the people that are here now are back holding, or they're new to the game, or whatever it might be. They're just day traders in and out holding and getting rid of what they have. Mullen continues to fall apart here, and Mullen more than likely will continue to have a rough year, what is left of this year. It's mid-October. I don't know how much more we're going to see here. I think a lot of us generally are we're pretty scared in this market right now. The market is doing, actually, knock on wood here, it's actually doing pretty good considering the devastation going on around the world. But that could change very fast. And I think that's what a lot of us are looking at right now. I know people that have already sold out of a lot of things this year, getting ready for next year, or whatever's going to be coming down the road here, because people, I don't want to say the three-letter word with W in front of it, but that is a triggering word for the stock market, and I think everyone's market. So with that three-letter word starting with a W, I think a lot of us, we can't make any promises of how this year is going to finish out here. We've got November, if things continue the way they are, things are doing good right now, but we know December is always a washout. People are selling out and getting rid of what they have and just kind of starting over for the new year and getting ready for their taxes. So with Mullen, if you're looking for news, I'm just going to go ahead and warn you, they are getting ripped apart right now. Every article is just, ripping Mullen apart. There's no good news about what's going on with them. And when we do see good news with Mullen, it sadly gets shadowed by other bad news. And, investors aren't even responding to the good news that we've seen here. But a little bit of good news, like I said, it's not really mattering at this point. But Mullen says it will deliver 160 Class 3 EVs before 2024. And this is what we've been watching here with Mullen. This has pretty much been their survival. This is their bread and butter right now. These big orders of these fleet contracts where they're, selling companies their vehicles, their vans, their small trucks here, that they're just taking large amounts of money on. So this is really the only survival rate right now of Mullen. They have not tapped into the private market yet with just sedan cars, just four-door cars. That has not been tapped into yet, and that was one of the big issues with Mullen and investors. We were supposed to hear something already about that happening, and sadly it just hasn't happened. Mullen's been talking more about insider trading, the day trading out of control, things of that, and they're just trying to get down to the nitty-gritty point of that. Sadly, you know, it's not doing anything. So friends, listen, I know that is all depressing news, and maybe some people are agreeing, maybe some people are ripping me apart. I get it either way. Listen, I want Mullen to work. I really do. I wish them all the best. I just don't know. I just don't know the survival of this company on the market. They might be a private company here before we know it. And their CEO, David, I wish he would talk more. I've said this from the beginning. I wish this guy would just talk more to investors, talk more to people. It's just like we really don't get a lot of new news from Mullen. I wish they'd make more promotional videos, you know, do something to get people excited about their product. And I've said this 100 times in 100 videos I've made. They just don't talk enough. They don't communicate to people. And if you're trying to get somebody to buy into your company, you need to promote it. You know, especially when you've had such a rough year with bad news, and it's like they're just not responding to the bad news. So friends, I wish all of you the best of luck, and I will talk to you very soon. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.